What's up guys, Jay back with another action figure review. But before we start, if you like your reviews unbiased and real, please hit that subscribe button and check out our other videos on the channel because that is what we do. Now today, we are looking at the most popular Marvel Legends release of the year, the Gamerverse Snap Savage Land 3-pack, or whatever you want to call it. It's here, and man, this thing drove people nuts over the summer. People died for it, people went to war for this thing, children starved, people scammed. It was insane. And as you can see here, you have Shauna the She-Devil, but you also have SAURON, this dinosaur-looking dude, and then one of my favorite X-Men, Rogue. Now, this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive release physically, so you could not find it in stores or online at all for the first couple of weeks. And then HASBRO released it on their site, and it sold out in seconds, and then it kept restocking and going out of stock again. It was pandemonium. But enough backstory, let's jump into the packaging. And wow, Marvel and HASBRO are not playing when it comes to the box art on these new figures of this Gamerverse line, but this has to be my favorite by far. Very prehistoric, savage land, jungle themed, and I really like what's on the back here. You have images of the in-game playing cards from the Marvel Snap card game, and of course that's what these figures are based off of, and that's how they fall under the whole Gamerverse category. But as you see on top here, you have the name logos, I guess, across the top, and I love this overlay that you get on front with the dinosaur bones and the Snap logo in the front. It's just really good. The figures are displayed perfectly in this window, and this is just great packaging. It's more show than it is tell, if that makes sense. And you have some really good artwork and colors here. I really have zero complaints as far as packaging. They did a great job. But let's take them out of this package and let's see what they look like. Here they are. We have all three figures. We have a good amount of accessories. I did not expect that. And SAURON is huge, but so far so good. We've got some spears, we've got some knives, we've got hands, we've got a tail, we've got some FX, and we may even have a firearm in here. Okay, yeah, they really went all out with the accessories. Although for three figures, you know, maybe this isn't that much. I guess we'll see how it looks. But either way, everything is packaged very well, and a lot of scotch tape. I don't like the scotch tape, but we'll get over it. We'll push through it. Let's check these guys out. Okay, so if I'm being completely honest, the only one of these that I'm really impressed with is SAURON. I know most people got this pack for the ladies, and I know SAURON was a Build-A-Figure some time ago, but for me, this figure is the best in this pack. But we'll get back to him. Second most impressive in this set to me is Rogue. I really like how she still has that red X-Men logo printed on her top, and the green and yellow color theme that they kind of stick with is cool. Last is going to be She-Devil. Not that I don't like this figure, but compared to the other two, I think that the design and the costume just seems to be a little simple, kind of boring even. Yeah, she's boring. But it's still a good figure. Starting with Rogue, I saw a lot of complaints online about this figure, specifically aimed at the head sculpt. But in hand, I gotta say, I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Yeah. This is actually up there for me with Psylocke as far as the costume and the design. I do, and the sculpt. But I will admit the face and facial expression could have been a bit better. She probably should have even came with a second head sculpt, but that's cool. Everything else is good. I think they definitely paid attention to detail. I would for sure put this up there with my better Marvel Legends, not the lesser. So there's that. She has a green loincloth, green headband, green gloves, and her necklace is removable. It would really be interesting to see what a company like Jada Toys would do with Marvel characters. You know, that would be interesting, maybe in the future. The headband and loincloth are soft plastic as well. If you look closer at her face, I will say in person, it's weird. It kind of does look a little wonky. I thought people were overreacting, but I don't really like it either. I don't hate it. It's not terrible, but you know, I've seen people try other Rogue heads on top, and they just don't really work. While I like how this hair looks, it really does get in the way of her head, like doing anything worthwhile as far as posing or pictures tilting too far. As far as articulation, we get a double jointed pinless knee. Some of these Marvel Legends have pins. I don't know why. The Venom and Captain America Venom is pinned up, man. I don't know why. Typical foot movement, normal foot movement and rotations, very good. Then we have this weird calf that does not spin or rotate, but I think I've seen people detach it. You get full thigh rotation, so that's good. She has a double jointed elbow, which is good. I think she has like a ball joint waist, so she can move around and around like this. Not too bad, just about this much. That's another positive. She has these tiny hands and wrists that Marvel Legends is pretty known for with their female characters, but there is a hinge so you can carefully kind of position the hand. The detachable necklace, which I assume is supposed to be dinosaur teeth or something, and you can see here the head tilt is not terrible. It's not too bad. She could look down okay, but the hair just really prevents her from looking up. Overall, I still think Rogue looks good. If you're a longtime Marvel Legends collector, I'm sure you have a million Rogues by now, so this one probably means nothing. But I would encourage fans of the Savage Lands to go pick this up. Moving on to She-Devil. I don't know about this one, man. I'm not gonna say it's a bad figure because it's not. I just don't see how this is the one. Can't be the one. Everyone's going crazy over it. She does look like Nicole Kidman for some reason. Her loincloth is a boring tan color, same soft plastic as Rogue. Her knee is double jointed as well. It does not touch her back, but it can bend pretty far back, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The foot rotates very well, but a little bit smoother than Rogue's. She has double jointed elbows. And She-Devil kind of has the same issue as Rogue, where the soft plastic of the hair just looks really nice, but it kind of just gets in the way of you posing or making them look up. Spins around. She can tilt it pretty good. Yeah, for sure it's a good head sculpt. She can look down about that much. Definitely a good head sculpt. I don't know why it looks like Nicole Kidman, but they did a good job. It's a better head sculpt than Rogue's for sure. I will say that. It looks better than Rogue's. No real ab crunch, but she has a pretty good waist. She can bend and rotate about this much. She can make an L. She's no Psylocke. She can't exactly wrap her hands around her legs, but she's good. She can't really do the splits. This is about as far as she will go. Yeah, that's about as far as you're gonna get her to go for some reason. I have no clue why. Her thigh goes all the way around. She does have that thigh swivel, so maybe you can play around with it to get her to do a full split if you for some reason want her to do that. Overall, good sculpt. I'm not complaining. Just not my favorite. I think maybe they should have done a new 3-pack with her, Kazar, and Zabu, and maybe instead put SAURON, Rogue, and Storm in this Savage Land 3-pack. But overall, though, she's okay. She-Devil is okay. I'm not impressed, but I understand all the hype. It's a good figure. I'm not going to take that away from the people who love this figure. It's just not my favorite in the 3-pack. Now, moving on to my boy SAURON. This is my kind of figure. I'm for sure putting this on my top 10 of the year. I could not put this down once I got it out the box. It's such a good, cool dinosaur monster figure. Even with his paint, I just love this forest green with that yellow kind of blended in that they put it on his skin and on the wings. And the wingspan is crazy. I love that they went all the way out and made them as big as possible. Definitely a plus. His tail is detachable. And also it's like kind of bendable. It doesn't really bend all the way, but you can get it to move around and stick in different poses. Later we'll take a closer look at the wings, but just look at that. Not too bad. He has a purple loincloth, and I think the plastic on his is a little harder than Rogue and She-Devil's. I'm not sure. And then his torso, which people claim was used for a Doc Connor lizard figure previously, it still looks good. Still looks good here. It gets really good movement, good swivel. And overall, to me, even on its own, this is just an impressive figure. Maybe I'm just easily impressed. I don't know. But looking closer at the wings, they kind of clip on, so you have the fully extended wings. And there's really good detail in the sculpt here. It kind of has that weathered wing look like Sauron's been around for a while. That imperfection just really makes it stick out and look really cool. And as you see, this goes all the way up, and you could kind of just have them retracted. But you can pop this off like this, and it just looks a little weird without the extended part. But it's still posable. It's not too bad. But as you do see, it's a big difference. Looking at the head sculpt, I like it. I like it a lot. You can't see it a lot on camera, but he has the yellow hypnosis eyes. They do look cool, but I wish we got some regular eyes as well on like a separate sculpt. This sculpt is perfect though, and the head can really do whatever you want it to do. The engineering here allows it to spin all the way around and go all over the place. The neck hinge is cut pretty deep, so he can also look down and up, kind of extreme. You get more green and yellow paint here with the yellow shaded in really well, but let's take a quick look at his neck articulation. This neck hinge allows the head to go way back, and you can of course tilt it forward if you want to. The jaw is posable. It has a hinge and it opens. That's a very nice touch, I think. Like, you can open it all the way up. So putting this thing in a flight pose is easy, and it's actually, more importantly, it looks really good and it looks natural. It looks like this character is actually supposed to be flying. Now let's look at his articulation, just a little bit of his articulation. I'm not going to do too much. He has a double jointed knee, and for a big guy, his leg can go back pretty far. His foot almost touches his back. Good rotation and movement on the foot. No toe hinge. You get full thigh swivel. Yeah, and no elbow double joint though. And his loincloth is kind of prevents him from doing the splits. But I think the articulation here is actually pretty good, considering he's a big flying dinosaur. And again, man, this figure, it just looks amazing. You put this on your shelf, it's gonna just stick out no matter what character you put it with. And if you're into like those Jurassic Park toys and stuff like that, then I'm sure this blends in with those. But let's jump into the accessories. I guess when you get them all laid out like this, they don't look that impressive. But still, I like what we got. First, we have some spears. Both ladies come with their own throwing spears, or whatever you want to call it. A must-have in the Savage Lands. Rogue's spear is a little unique. It has a blue scarf on it, so I think that's a nice detail. And then She-Devil is a regular one. Then we have the best thing in this pack, an actual hunting rifle. And this will look good with any of the Marvel Legends Savage Land characters, so that's good to have. And then we have Sauron's hypnosis effects, and in a little bit I'll show you just how you attach this to his face, and it looks really cool in photos. Then we have all of She-Devil's hands, and they're not too crazy, just some open hands and then some gripping hands. Nothing out of the ordinary. Then we have Rogue's hands, and it's basically the same thing, some like open weird looking hands and then gripping hands. Sauron has no extra hands, just the effects. Both ladies come with these huge buck knives or hunting knives, and they can be attached to each of their towel garments here, or their loincloths. Kind of have like this brown attachment. You just slide it in and it looks good. It kind of looks cool hanging off on the side, so that was cool that they included that. And then as far as this effect, you gently just set the pink hypnosis effect on his nose, and if you're careful enough, it'll eventually stay. Now it's not really attached though, so kind of just be careful. It does not clip on, it just stays on. But once it's on, it looks good, and it's worth, I think, displaying it on his face if you have him on your shelf. Wow, so what do I think of this set? To be honest, I'm not going to grade them individually. I think I would be a bit biased because it's clear which one I like the best. As a whole though, I would give them a 4 out of 5. Only complaints are the serious lack of head sculpts, and there could have been some more accessories for a $90 price tag. Now, is it worth all the chaos it caused after Comic-Con? No, I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. Normally, I wouldn't say that's all the company's fault, and I understand that there's value in having exclusive releases, but I think the online release that Hasbro did on this was kind of out of hand. It was handled poorly. They could have done it better. But anyways, thanks for watching. And again, if you like your reviews unbiased and real, please hit that subscribe button. And did you get your hands on this set? Please let us know in the comments and let us know what you think of all three. And please check out these photos that we did of these Savage Land monsters. I don't know. Thanks for watching, man.